Hi, Fiona and I have just finished working out and Instacart just dropped off our groceries and I'm literally just gonna go through our most recent grocery shop so you can see what I'm eating to help keep my PCOS in check. If you're interested in managing PCOS without dieting, stressing, or being a slave at the gym, hit subscribe right now. My channel is all about actionable tips to help you manage your PCOS right now. Okay. So I'm just doing this really casually. Hopefully she'll let me get through the whole grocery shop. Gonna be good? I think so. She's a good girl. Okay. Oats, like the best thing ever for breakfast. If you are gluten intolerant, you might need to get gluten-free oats, but these are cheap. They're a low GI carb source. They're good and they're full of fiber, which can help with heart health. You can cook them the old-fashioned way. You can grind them up and use them as a flour to make cookies. You can grind them up and make a base for pancakes. Love oats. Okay, oats done. Ghee. Ghee is clarified butter. It used to be a little bit more expensive, but now I'm seeing like regular grocery store brand ghee. Ghee is nice to cook with because it's softer and you can grease your pan and it's a high temperature. It has a high smoke point, so you can fry with it too. All right. Sun-dried tomatoes. I just like the way they taste. Organic creamy peanut butter. I think usually peanuts end up on the dirty dozen. They have a lot of pesticides in them, so this is something that might be worth getting organic. You definitely want to get it all natural. You don't want a peanut butter that has hydrogenated oils in it or any other oil other than peanut butter and salt. That's the only thing that should be in your peanut butter. If there's sugar, another type of oil, that's usually a less healthy fat that can mess with your heart health down the road. So we just want to eliminate those sneaky unhealthy fats wherever we can. Also, before I use my peanut butter, I store it upside down so that the oil floats to the top and it makes it less messy to stir. All right, that one done. Okay. Organic apples and pears. Fruit is okay to eat. If you have PCOS, it's a healthy carb. You don't want to be gorging on fruit or any food, no matter how healthy it is. So anyways, this whole thing about fruit and PCOS being a bad thing, that's really, really not the case. Maybe if you're super, super insulin resistant or you have a tendency to overeat on fruit, you might need to watch it. Apples and pears tend to be high pesticide foods, so I think they are worth getting organic if you have access to that and it's in your budget. Avocado, healthy fat for your heart, and it's great as a baby food too. You can just kind of cut it up and throw it on their tray and they'll eat it. Like even at this age, she's only got 3 teeth and she can kind of nom on the avocado. A banana, it's for her. Cut it up small, babies eat it. All right, so this is definitely a splurge. I'm gonna zoom in. These are called base culture breads. I found them in the freezer section of Kroger. They're essentially a paleo type bread. They're grain free. They're mostly made with like bananas and pumpkins and nuts. They do have some added sugar in the form of honey. But I like the nutritional profile on this, especially if maybe in the fall you're getting like that Starbucks pumpkin latte craving in the morning. This one's banana bread. My little boy loves these too. 6 servings is about $7, so it is kind of expensive, but to make this yourself would take a significant amount of time, which I don't have with these guys. And also, the ingredients to make this kind of a bread, it isn't really cheap either. So it's just the way it goes with this sort of thing. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. You're doing awesome. Where'd your cracker go? You really eat it all? No. Okay. You wanna play with your toy? She's teething, so she always has to be chewing on something. Okay, grass-fed butter. So when you get dairy from grass-fed cows, the fat profile is healthier, meaning there's more omega-3s in it. It's also better for the cow. It's a better way for a cow to live being grass-fed out in the plains. So if it's within your budget, I would choose grass-fed butter every time. It's a great way to increase unhealthy fats you're getting and mitigate your risk for heart disease, which you are at risk for if you have PCOS. Okay. Going on with our grass-fed theme, this is grass-fed cheese. I don't eat a ton of cheese. I use it more as condiment, not as like a main course. But my kids love cheese, so I like to only feed grass-fed dairy products when I can, and they're affordable. Just because, again, like I said, it's got a better fat profile. It's better for the cow too, so it's kind of a win-win. Okay, prosciutto. For those of you that don't know, I spent a lot of time in Spain, hola chicas, and prosciutto is like a way of life over there. It's delicious, and it's also, if you look at the ingredients, it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's usually just pork and salt. 2 slices has 7 grams of protein. Now, this is a very high sodium food, so this isn't like gonna be your go-to protein source. But I save it in the refrigerator just because this is good till January, like 5 months from now. So it's a reliable, like always in there. Whoops, we don't have any protein for breakfast or lunch. Make a sandwich and it solves a problem. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, you dropped your toy. Yeah. All right. These are whole wheat tortillas. I don't really eat these so much, but my 3-year-old's obsessed with cheese quesadillas. So there you go. A massive thing of organic baby spring mix. Leafy greens tend to be high in pesticides, so getting organic is definitely worth it here. If that's not an option for you, maybe just give them a really, really good wash. Okay. Let's keep going together, Fiona. Let's see, what else did Mommy get? More lettuce. We don't need to talk about that again. I need to talk about my Ziploc bag. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Banza mac and cheese. Are any of you just nostalgic for the regular Kraft macaroni and cheese? If you're North American, this is kind of like something you grew up with. This is made with chickpea pasta, so it's high in protein and it's a low glycemic carb. This particular box is a vegan cheddar macaroni and cheese. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm interested to try to see if it's like a dairy-free, low GI, easy way for me to get a macaroni and cheese fix. I'll try to leave in the comments when I try it if I liked it. I also have the regular dairy version. I don't do like strictly dairy-free because I don't react to dairy. I don't get acne when I have dairy. I'll link to my video about PCOS and dairy. But one way, if you just eat this and you want to kind of like lower the dairy, is maybe use a plant-based milk. Yes, you'll still have the dairy rehydrated cheese in here, which is kind of like a B-, C- actually, like quality food. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta have the thing that you're nostalgic for. I'll talk about these. These are Kodiak graham cracker snacks. They're 100% like whole grain, and they have a little bit of protein in the form of egg whites and whey concentrate. Not literally a winner for PCOS management, but if you have small people in that house and sometimes you just need to have like a dry snack you can shove in a snack bag, these work. I give them like nutrition wise for kids, probably like a B-, C+. For PCOS, I give this like a C. Like, you know, this is like better than chocolate cake for sure. Frozen organic brown rice. I know what you're thinking, like how lazy are you that you don't cook your own rice? I got a lot going on right now. So this was kind of like a worthwhile spin because what I can do is like throw this in soups and curries. It's fall right now when I'm filming this video and I'm obsessed with soups and curries. So a lot of times I'll throw in just a package of already kind of cooked up brown rice to up the carb content if we need a little bit more carbohydrates in our meal, because carbs are not bad for PCOS, all right? The right amount of carbs and the right amounts for you are going to keep your blood sugar balanced. They're going to help you feel more satiated. And what carbs are right for you to eat can vary from person to person, but we should focus on fruits, roots, so like sweet potatoes, potatoes of all kinds, and intact grains, so like your whole rices, your quinoas, your barleys. That's where you want to be getting the majority of your carbohydrates, and less from things like this. Okay. Another bag down, cool. Okay, I have free-range eggs right here. Again, kind of like the grass-fed dairy. Free-range eggs have a better fat profile, more of the healthy omega-3s. It's better for the animal too. Isn't it weird how that like synergistically happens when the animal's in a healthy environment? They make a healthier food for you. The prices on these are getting lower and lower all the time. So even if it's not part of your food budget now, keep checking because the prices keep getting better as they become a more popular choice. And I talk about food budget all the time because I'm with you right now. Food prices are really expensive, and you need to be physically healthy, but you need to be financially healthy too. You need to honor your family's budget, and I get that. I hear you, because nothing's more stressful than living with outside of your means. So I'm gonna try when I can to speak to that. So I hope that helps. Okay, Ezekiel bread is more expensive than regular bread, and it is always, always worth it. Okay, this is the only bread that makes its way into my house. It's delicious. It is minimally processed. The only way I could get a more minimally processed bread is if I made it myself, and that is not happening. What's also cool is, so like a slice has 5 grams of protein. Yo, that's a lot of protein for a slice of bread. And I'm just gonna list a few things off. Like if you look at the ingredients, it's all organic. They're all real simple, intact grains, just formulated into a bread. It's not gluten-free, but a lot of times people that are sensitive to gluten, this is not celiac disease people, but sensitive to gluten, respond well to sprouted grains. And again, not everyone with PCOS has a problem with gluten. I also have Ezekiel Bread English muffins because I love them. This again, I think this is a pretty high protein. So yeah, you're getting 6 grams of protein in a whole English muffin here. If you added like an egg on top of that, made a breakfast sandwich, you got a lot of protein in your breakfast, or even just some peanut butter would bump that up. If you're really in a hurry, this is kind of my, I need to eat breakfast. I just throw some organic peanut butter on this and eat it. And I can feel pretty good about the choice I made. And I'm not hungry all day. All right, sisters. Can we give a hand to Fiona for being like such a good girl for this whole filming? First time I've ever tried to do this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed looking at what was in my Instacart today. I order groceries a couple times a week, and I get most of like my meat and fresh stuff from Costco, so that's why it's not in this Kroger Instacart. Maybe I'll do another video when I go to Costco. Yeah, so thank you for being here with me in my crazy messy kitchen. If you liked this video, please like it. And if you have questions about food, leave the comments below. I will do my best to get to them. And as always, if you are interested in managing your PCOS without dieting or stressing, just focusing on good energy, being weight inclusive, loving yourself, feeling confident, right? Feeling confident is good, no matter what size you are. Please hit subscribe, and we'll talk again soon.